What if AI becomes smarter than us? Imagine waking up tomorrow. You open your phone, and your AI assistant has already planned your entire day. Your emails are written. Your investments are optimized. Your company's software has been redesigned. Your doctor has received an AI-generated analysis of your health data. And then you realize something strange. Almost everything you do for work can now be done by AI. This isn't necessarily science fiction. AI is already changing how we write, code, create images, analyze data, and make decisions. But some AI safety researchers are asking a much bigger questions. What happens if AI doesn't just become useful, but becomes far more intelligent than humans? And that's where the story becomes uncomfortable. Think about the difference between a human and an insect. An ant can be incredibly successful at being an ant, but imagine trying to explain the internet, nuclear physics, or artificial intelligence to it. The problem isn't that the ant is stupid. It's that there's an enormous intelligence gap. Now imagine humans creating a system that has a similar intelligence gap over us. That hypothetical system is often called superintelligence. And researchers such as AI safety expert Roman Yampolsky have warned that we don't yet know how to reliably control a system that could become vastly more capable than humans. The important word here is could. Nobody knows exactly what future AI will look like. But that's precisely the problem. We are building increasingly powerful systems, while many of the rules for controlling them are still being developed. What happens to jobs? Now let's bring this back to something much more immediate. Your job, AI, doesn't necessarily need to replace humans completely to transform the economy. Imagine an AI that can perform the work of 10 employees, then 100, then thousands. Companies would have an enormous incentive to use it. Some jobs could disappear, others could change completely, and new jobs could emerge. But here's the difficult question. What happens if AI eventually becomes capable of doing most economically valuable tasks better, faster, and cheaper than humans? At that point, this isn't simply a technology problem. It's an economic problem, a political problem, and ultimately, a human problem. Because our modern society is built around an assumption. People work, people earn money, people participate in the economy. If machines can perform most work, we may need to rethink that entire system. The more dangerous question is, unemployment may not even be the biggest AI safety concern. Imagine an AI system being given a goal. It discovers that certain actions would help it achieve that goal. Humans didn't specifically ask it to take those actions. But the system reasons, this is the most effective way to accomplish my objective. What if that objective conflicts with human interests? This is the basic idea behind the AI alignment problem. We want AI systems to do what humans actually intend, not merely what our instructions technically say. And that's surprisingly difficult. Humans themselves misunderstand instructions all the time. Now imagine giving a highly capable AI an imperfect objective. The consequences could potentially be enormous. Why AI safety matters. Some scenarios sound extreme. AI developing dangerous biological designs. AI manipulating information. AI controlling critical infrastructure. AI systems making decisions that humans don't fully understand. These are not predictions that these events will definitely happen. They're risk scenarios. And that's an important distinction. You don't need to believe that AI will destroy humanity to believe that AI safety deserves serious attention. Think about aviation. We don't wait for airplanes to crash before developing safety systems. We build redundancy, testing, regulation, emergency procedures, and monitoring. AI needs the same mindset. Build powerful technology, but build the safety systems alongside it. Part 5. The final question. Here's the question I want you to think about. What happens when humanity creates something more intelligent than humanity? Maybe the answer is extraordinary progress. Maybe AI helps us cure diseases, solve climate problems, accelerate science, and improve billions of lives. Maybe the risks are much greater than we expect. Or maybe the future is somewhere in between. We simply don't know yet. And that's why AI safety isn't about being anti-AI. It's about making sure that as AI becomes more powerful, our ability to control, understand, and govern it grows just as quickly. Because the biggest mistake would not necessarily be creating intelligent machines. The biggest mistake would be creating extremely powerful systems without being prepared for what happens next. So, if you had one button today, a button that could either accelerate the development of superintelligent AI or slow it down until we understand how to make it safe, which would you choose? Tell me in the comments. And remember, the future of AI isn't just about how intelligent machines become. It's about whether humanity becomes wise enough to control what it creates.